Alright guys, thank you for checking in your Stormtopia.com and Stormtopia.com Facebook page. We're going to have our daily weather update right now. Here you can see it's warm, dry, nice, and tranquil across the western U.S., the southwest U.S. that is, back into the eastern and central U.S. We've got cooler air starting to with a northwesterly flow filling into the Intermountain West and filling into the northern plains. Also, with that cold air and that warm, moist air colliding, we do have the potential for we have a likelihood, almost certainlyhood, if you will, of a storm coming in that we've been talking about now for days. Here you can see by early Friday morning into tonight, you can see we got heavy rain forming in the southern plains back into the heartland, and through the day on Friday, it looks like a heavy rain event, not a heavy snow event, from the Midwest back into the southern plains, back into the heartland, including the state of Iowa. It looks like eastern Colorado, eastern Wyoming, and western Nebraska has a potential for a couple snow showers like they're seeing right now, but I'm really not looking for that big of an event. Now, as the storm moves into the Midwest later on Saturday, this is where we get to possibly the nitty-gritty of forecasting here. This is the storm that we've now been talking about for days. Will it produce snow or will it produce rain for the Midwest? Well, here's the NAM showing a northeasterly track out of Iowa, bringing a band of snow from eastern Minnesota back up into areas east of Winnipeg, Canada. However, it's very different from the GFS model. Let's take a look at the GFS here if I can get it configured. Okay, here we go. GFS has a different solution, a track that's a little more far to the south. It also brings a band of snow not only across eastern Minnesota, but across northwestern Iowa, back into northern Wisconsin, back up into the UP of Michigan, which is an area that I'm certainly watching for the best chance of snow right now, the UP of Michigan. So you say, well, it's kind of hard to predict the storm, but essentially what's happening here, I'll take you out to the 500 millibar pattern. Again, what I discussed yesterday, warm, dry in the east, warm, dry in the west, trough in the central. It's just a short wave riding along this trough, and the real question is, what does that short wave do? Either way, behind the storm, it looks like we're going to have a number of things going on. I'll take you out to, here's the storm coming through, but by the time we make our way behind the storm, more Gulf of Mexico flow, creating a new storm here in the southern and central U.S., or not the south central U.S., but the mid-south. You can see by Monday, as the storm will be, for the Midwest, the storm's going to be on Saturday, ending Sunday. By Monday, we've got a new storm forming back into the mid-south. Looks like heavy rain, isolated severe weather. Again, cooler air, though, across now the Midwest back into the plains. That storm we were watching in the south continues to progress northeast as mainly rain into the early week into Tuesday. Wednesday, there's a new storm developing out of the eastern Gulf of Mexico, but again, it does look like rain at this point. Unfortunately, nothing to get overly excited about. And again, heartbreaker here, as that 540 line is just so close to the rain, but really nada in terms of snowfall based on the GFS right now. However, there is the chance for some snowfall, depending on what models you look at. But it's going to be a close call, it looks like, for the northern Appalachians into early to mid next week. Behind that, it looks like we're going to have a pretty amplified trough digging into the Midwest. And because of that, it's going to get pretty cold from the northern plains back into the Midwest, like the third cold outbreak of the season. Yet it's going to be mainly quiet with a new ridge forming in the west into BC, Canada. And the east will be windy by the end of next week, it looks like, based on this at least, with the strong 850 millibar wind flow, but we'll have to see how that pans out. Oh, one more graphic I forgot to show you before I wrap up this video. Here's what I'm expecting right now in terms of snowfall. The chances for snowfall, about 30 to 50%, so some chance for almost the entire Midwest into the eastern plains. And then the best chance is across northern Minnesota into northern Wisconsin. And again, I may have to even upgrade the UP of Michigan because that looks like the best chance at this time. Alright guys, that's it for now. Thanks for checking in to Stormtopia.com and the Stormtopia.com Facebook page. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please spread the word about our website and have a great day.